There are things we can do. We bring it good news and we give it to you. We judge it for podcast and connecting people and culture from getting up out of the club. Qualify people who willing to sell. The blessing that time and the effort are rest. The project is giving us here the premise from there. The work with my life without again.
I lyrical health.
Master.
Play Paris who make on you. I can't ask you TV menu. Say my journey, Tina can ask my jamo. And yes, I know money. The more I get you. And you love me. The more I get you. What is
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa. Sktv, the best in Mama Liberia. Must hold by the lofa and grandmother.
And I didn't ya to money, and I said ya to money, and I couldn't play ya to money, and I could do ya to money, and I didn't ya to money, and I said ya to money, and I couldn't play ya to money, and I could do ya to money, and I don't get it now ya to money. That's the TV, and I don't get it now. So she work on my ya to money. Yeah.
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa. Sktv, the best in Mama Liberia. Must hold by the lofa and grandmother.
There are things we can do. We bring it good news and we give it to you. We study for podcast and connecting people and culture from getting up out of the club. Qualify people who willing to sell. The flesh, the time and the efforts are rest. The broadcast we giving a real and the premise from best. To work with my life without fear. From Grandfather Nima to Lufa, from Riverside River G to Chile, from Grand Crew, Bombing, Kidman, Montserrat, San to Bacalu, from Maryland, Bonk to the Mikey B. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB.
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa.
Indeed, Sktv, it is the best in Liberia. In fact, Sktv, we are the best in Africa and the rest of the world. Folks, what I want to say, a pleasant good evening. Good evening to all of you, man. I know sometimes it's not easy. Sometimes some of you want to tune in. Sometimes you think about your party. You think about, your associations. What are you into? Some of the churches or the kind of religious people who sometimes they preach. Most of our religious people, life is indeed interesting. Sometimes the God we set. The God we set. Let me tell most of you, the God we served. Look, God. Sometimes, you'll be thinking that by the time you die, that means either you go to heaven or you go to hell, or you'll be thinking about where you will be. But the God we served, He's watching. He's watching over all of us, our behavior, the way we do things, the way we interact with our brothers and sisters, the way we treat even those people who are disadvantaged. Yeah, it's not easy. Look, let me frank. Thank God my son. Yeah, my son, I have a young boy who witnessed some of the activities, especially the disadvantaged. The disadvantaged people, or quote unquote, call the group of 72 or 70 what? But it's indeed interesting. So he saw 3 years. I said that here on this radio, people think I was joking. But Duport Road Junction, when you go to Duport Road Junction, you will see 3 years old, 4 years old, 5 years old children asking people for money. People are supposed to be in school. They're asking people for money. When you talk, you say nothing has changed. They won't insult you. They won't kill you. They won't do anything to you. But well, Some of us will reach the zenith. For me, I have no care. Look, for me, I'm not afraid anymore. They can do anything they want to do to some of us. But that's the life. My son cried on me today. He said, but how come you carry me home and I see my peers, I see people, you know, asking for money here. Are they making a movie? I said, no, my son. I said, no, my son. They are there for their mothers, their uncles, their fathers, or better say their relatives. Good evening, people. Let's share the show. The show will be hot tonight. It'll be interesting. And so many things to talk about. Let me see quickly. Let me send the link around. Yeah, Mr. Connor will be here with us very, very soon. Let me see quickly. Mr. Connor will be here with us. Better say the rest of the team. They will be here with us. Steve Bullet. Uda. Yeah. The birthday man. Where's the birthday man? What do as you may call? Look, they're going to interest. We lie. Just as long one person is songs, but we'll not play this song sometime because the way that people treat people. So, but Ali Masada will be here with us also on this show tonight. And 8 minutes past 6, that's the time check. So, indeed, let go, people. It's good. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, based on your location and your time zone. I know you're saying, but I will talk the way I'm talking, and I will not change. Oh, God. Because we have all of our people out there, even the motorcyclists. Yeah. They listen and they take all of the talking points. They also listen and they grab what we also discuss here. So whether you want to say anything you want to say is up to you. But again, people, good evening. Share the show. Today is Friday. So many things to talk about. The rescue government on tomorrow. They could do interesting. They'll be rescuing either the political party headquarters or they'll be rescuing the government officials. So share this show tonight. The show will be interesting. The rescue government, they will rescue their political party headquarters, they will rescue the government, or they will rescue the government of officials. We're here tonight. And guess what? The Sudan Unification Party, or SUP, from the state-run university, also said that tomorrow they will petition the president of the Republic of Liberia. And let me inform some of you that your president is in country already. I saw some kind of private jet. So the country interesting, man. Look, that's very interesting, though. That is interesting. So your president is back home. How many hours or how many minutes ago? I think either 1 hour ago, your president just landed. And the man will be part of that program tomorrow. Well, anyway, let's share the show, people. Let's share the show. Let me see. Trying to share the show. Yeah, indeed, let's move on. Those of you who are listening, who are following us, invite people to also follow the show. Thank you. Those of you who are sharing, thanks to all of you. Yes, indeed, that's a better compliment of the season. Some people say, maybe how can you don't want to tell us maybe compliment of the season, but compliment of the season. Which season? Maybe I don't even know how season. The what season? People don't even know where it's studying. But what season is chakla, you know. Oh God. But anyway, compliment the season. Yeah, the season is not easy. Go there to let's share the show. So people is interesting, and that's the best way to go. On a very serious note, I'm still waiting. Let me see quickly what I have my team set already. Then we will begin with the show. But again, share the show. Share the show is interesting. Yeah, don't matter. They will inform Facebook. They will do everything that they want to do. And, you know, it's not easy, but go there. So share the show. Myself, I'm sharing the show already. Let's share the show to all of the yeah, but I'm sharing the link with you, but I don't know. Sorry though. I thought I sent the link to you already. Let me see quickly, but I'll leave. The birthday man is calling. It's not easy. Yeah, the birthday man is calling. So I had to bring it on quickly. I thought I sent the link to you, my brother. Yeah. Sorry though, my battery. But it's not easy, man. Their country. When you stand for the truth, no one want to support you. If people feel that you are against their politicians, you are insulting their political party. But again, let me see quickly. Okay, good. Watch you. So, God, Lord, the country is interesting. So when you talk, they feel that you are against their political party. But now you are standing up for your country. You know, and that's the country though. Share the show, people. Share the show, yeah. Share the show quickly. Share the show quickly, though. Share the show. Share the show. Let the other people watch. Compliment of the season. So
you will not run away from this party.
wonderful, wonderful, wonderful people. What a way to go. And I guess some of you are enjoying the entire activities. And you know, whether you are UPist, whether you are sedition, whether you are the CMC, whether you are ANC person, the first thing to come to your mind should be your country. Look, let's be frank tonight on this platform before I bring on the birthday of man. If you now want to talk about your country, want to present these politicians, some of them will get issues. the reason why Melbourne Kula on this platform 100% I support Musa Assembly is because his activities towards our people. Look, it's just about only talking. It here I will come here, I can't waste my time. Maybe that only you will just receive call and say, oh, maybe no longer on our platform. But I love Mr. Medete, Mr. The CMC political leader on Musa Assembly on the continue to talk for the Liberian people and continue to do things. Trust me, nothing more to talk about. But just to pray and tell you thank you for everything. So yes, so we have Brother Aliu here already, Brother Ali Masalim. Good evening, my dear brother. Good morning and happy birthday to you. What's up? How everything?
Oh, good afternoon, Maybon. Good afternoon to our listening audience and followers. Thank you, Maybon. Thanks to all Liberians in and around the world for all the birthday wishes, all the posts, all the calls, it's just too much that I can't complete everything today. But I'm grateful to God to see another day today being added to my age. And also happy birthday to everybody that's celebrating their birthday today. I wish them good health, long life, prosperity, the best of everything they desire, God, divine blessings and favor. As I wish for myself, I wish for everyone that celebrates today, their Nature Day. Once again, thank you so much. And good afternoon to our listening audience and followers. Aliyu Masali, Baltimore, Maryland. Glad to be here. How's Mama Liberia?
Great. Thank you, my dear brother. Let me join the rest of the other people and say happy birthday to you. I know sometimes it's not easy. The network, the way things interface, the way things happen, and so forth back to back. But again, we are grateful to celebrate you on today because you've been with the Sktv, I think, for the past 2 years, right? Am I correct?
Yes.
Good. So, Sktv people, today is the birthday of one of your own. So, but you keep emphasizing it, but actually, the festival, no, Aliu been with us, and all of the time, Aliu, not being that person who don't want to see like pure passport, and he will always talk at the end of the day. You say, at the end of the day, let God bless Liberia, and you want to see the government of the day prosper so that Liberia will be able to move forward. But sometimes some of you have your own disagreements, you have your own way of thinking and so forth. But today is the birthday of Ali Masari Aliu, and brother. Let me join the rest of the people and say happy birthday to you. And I hope that all is well with you, my dear brother. And another thing I want to say to your people, your supporters, your followers, because mind you though, Sktv been raising all of the alarm, they're posting you back to back, and in fact, Sktv want other people around the world, especially right here in Liberia, to know that today is a day. What say you?
Yeah, thank you, Maybon. Thanks to the Sktv family as well. Kings FM, Freedom FM, and everybody that posted and wish me happy birthday today. And to our listening audience, those that in the comment section, thanks to you all. You know that 2 days are very important to you, your birthday and that of your wedding anniversary. And I'm just out of words because the way in which I'm celebrated today, I have never been celebrated like that before. This is the first of a kind. And thanks to all the calls, people who are praying for me, and I wish you the same prayer as well. Like you said, no matter what our political differences are, Liberia is all we have. Be a sedition, UP, CMC, ALP, ANC, whatsoever political party you belong to, we can discuss the issue, but we should also pray for our country, because if you want to curse the country and at the end of the day, it's going to be a shame on you that you can't be proud to go out there to say, oh, yeah, coming from Liberia, when you can curse the country, even though when the government is doing bad, you have to say it. But Liberia is all we have. As I said, I wish for the government to succeed so that our country can move forward. No matter what my opposition, but I won't wish the government any failure or anybody. It's up to them. If they fail, it's up to them. But I will wish them the best because I can be deported from Liberia. I can be deported from America. Liberia is all we have. We should put the country first, no matter what we do. So that's just it. And again, thanks to everyone. Thanks to
Thank you, my dear. But if let me say, Brother Aliu, you know, he says something that you cannot be deported from Liberia, and you're right. With all of the disagreements, with all of the tough talking, at the end of the day, some will say, "But maybe Mr. Karen, Steve, Mark, Brother Aliu, at the end of the day, Liberia is maybe, you know, on your passport and so forth, but people will not be deported from Liberia, so that's good. And there, but happy birthday, happy everything to you. And I hope that you enjoy the rest of the day. That's good to go. But quickly, we have Mr. Dollar. Let me bring it on. Maybe you want to wish you all the best. Then we'll move on to the next. Maybe happy new day. Mr. Dollar, good evening.
Yeah, good evening, Memo, and my wonderful brother Alice. Masale, how you doing?
Alhamdulillah. Thank God, Mr. Dolly. I'm doing pretty well. Today the birthday. I'm just here today like a baby.
Just like a baby, just born again. Oh my God. Glad to hear that. I wish you many more years to come.
Thank you. Thank you.
I wish you.
But Mr. Dollar, Mr. Dollar, 1 minute, Mr. Dollar, 1 minute. Let's Ali, boy, I don't know what you call it, boy, or child, or man, issue with me. Traditionally, they may abandon the traditional people today.
My man, I receive a message from the traditional people that we need to talk. But up to now, I stay with you on the traditional people call.
Let Mr. Ali, I'm disappointed in Brother Ali. But go ahead, Mr. Ali.
The traditional people disappoint you. All right. Glad to hear that. Glad to hear that. I wish
Mr. Dollar, I'm disappointed in Brother Aliu, and I expect you, Mr. Dollar, for you to settle this matter. Because I'm a traditional man, and whenever there's a birthday celebration, all right, I should celebrate it in that form and manner traditionally, even no matter which side, whatsoever thing happen, whatever my wife, anything happen. But traditionally, you know, Mr. Dollar, but Brother Aliu.
Basically, from my understanding on the traditional aspect, if someone is having a birthday celebration,
to traditional men, my people, you can't.
No, what I do understand about the traditional aspect is when somebody is having a birthday program, he invite the elders to pray for him, to bless the living body, And in that token, sometimes if you got heavy hand, you drop something and lay yeah, you drop something and lay something where people will at least nine glasses together. And,
The traditional people told me that we need to tell, they need to bless me. To give me my blessing.
It's possible to say you're supposed to knock down some cow so people can survive it.
Because don't talk for me, because there are a lot of people that today that are waiting, that in fact, including even the CEO of this institution.
Yeah.
Say, but today, maybe when you posted that if I was celebrating one of Sktv, Panale's birthday, how can you look so quiet, you look sick? Can you imagine? I say, I'm not sick. I'm not sick.
It's not acceptable. So you have to come up.
Oh, Mr. Donny, as I said, I'll stay waiting for the traditional people prayer so we can see what to do.
Ali, in our Liberian tradition, we normally say in such a manner that you got to fart, let people smell. You know?
Yeah.
Amen. Look, Mr. Dollar, you smart. Look, Mr.
It's
Dollar,
fine.
you do the show every time.
Yeah, yeah, with me, quarrel like that. There's nothing happening.
Yeah, we meet the traditional people.
All right, no problem. We thank
Wonderful.
you.
Thanks to all of you people. Thanks to everyone. Please share the show. Mr. Dollar,
Yeah.
thank God that today is Friday and having to be the 5th of December. Some will say we got 5 days into the 12th month and the year remains the same, 2025. Any other thing on your mind? Maybe because we're expecting you on yesterday, or better say day before yesterday, but unfortunately, we're not able to get to you. But today is Friday and you are on here. Is there another thing on your mind that maybe they've been passing through? Because Liberia is the only country that every day there's a lot of issues you want to tell us about on your mind quickly, Mr. Dollar, before we move on.
Yeah, what really on my mind today is the kind of um, homicide report that was read by the Justice Ministry in collaboration with the former manager for Boulevard Palette Hotel. You know, it some has fishes to me because the report would not totally explain to unveil every fact surrounding the death of that gentleman, is very scary. So I think, from my view, the Justice Ministry need to revisit the report system and get back, because this kind of thing then can scare the investor from coming to country, because when you know that people died and there's no proper accountabilities, nobody will be brave to come. So I think the Justice Ministry need to save our country, at least to come up with something good where people will be able to rely on to say, yeah, actually there was a proper investigations and there's a fact we established. But that is not the case in this matter. So I'm a bit concerned about that, to be honest. And I don't know when our president will be coming back. I don't know what he coming back with. So you might likely be aware of what is happening in our country, so you can give us some integrations of it, so we can at least dig into it to see whether there's any good news for the Liberian people.
Good. Thank you so much, Mr. Dollar. So the president to just maybe respond to some of the statement. The president is already in country from Nigeria on the IMO, or we'll go deep into that. But they hear from the birthday man because we don't want to eat all of our time.
Yeah.
So they hear from the birthday man. Brother Masale, what say you? What's some of the things on your mind? You've been here with us. I think some will say, but maybe, but are you been here with us for the past few days? So you understand some of the happening. So what's up? You want to talk about the FIFA president or in fact former president George Weah activities with FIFA or the allegations that have been leveled against the CDC and the confessions of the some of the propagandists or the propaganda that have been spread against the CDC. What's your my brother?
Oh, thank you, Mabel. The problem here, like Mr. Dolly just said about this man who died, these are things that scare investors. Like I will always say, government cannot give everybody job, and the government have to create avenue for investors to come into the country to invest, so that our brothers and sisters can get a better job too, so they can be able to sustain themselves and take care of their family. But when people are dying under such circumstances that you are not getting any good or report from the police or the justice ministry, you're getting some kind of conflicting or report and thing, a scare investor out there. Nobody will want to go invest that money in the country, and they are going to be there. Their safety come first. So, like Mr. Dory said, we wait to see to get proper investigation, proper report, because what they put out there and what we are hearing from a lady, being this man here, the deceased husband, wife rather, is not good for the country. So we want to get a proper investigation so that we can see what really went wrong. Like Somebody can drink a caustic soda and then you run it outside here and say you drank caustic soda. How possible can that be? You see, and that's just something that you need to make it to make sense to me. And this issue about President William being Washington D.C. and thing, it is all on social media. The way he's welcome, the way minus politics. This man, he's a celebrity. People know him around the world, so we expect to see this thing. It is not strange. There is nothing you can do to erase George Weah's popularity and respect that people have for him in the world. So it is just it. Like when you are covered by the grace of God, you carry your own blessing. Everybody here God get their own star. Nobody can stop your own. So that's how God made him. Like people were talking and people want to say this. Okay. People say that he owned an era with football. Okay, we agree that he owned an era with football. He played football, he became president, and today they are still honoring him, calling him on program, occasion and thing, and giving him positions and thing. President Baka era is an agriculturist, and call it to him. When you talk about agriculture in Liberia, he's number one that they can point at in Liberia. When last the Food and Agriculture Organization, FAO, ever had any program for Joseph Boakai to go there, they say, oh yes, or even a World Food Program. So people shouldn't be doing those kind of things. You just leave Josh Weah. This is how God made him. Let him be who he is. And whether you like it or not, that's him right there. But as I said, Liberia is all we have. Government cannot give everybody a job. Government need to create avenue for investors to come in. Those kind of report is not good. Like we saw the other one about the 3 missing boys. I think yesterday we talked about it. And as I said, I want the Unity Party to go after these cases. Because the same report that came out yesterday, the Unity Party said, no, we agree. We are sort of mad the people children, he took their candy. That the same report that coming today, and now they accepting it. Why yesterday you said no, and today you want to accept it? So myself too, I say no. They had to do the right thing so they can tell Liberian people, we said that George Weah took their children, kid, he the one kid, then you bring up the fight. Those people, those auditors, you bring up the fight. All of these things, we want you to bring it out. These are things that brought you to power. So you need to make sure what you told the Liberian people yesterday were all truth and not lies. Thank you.
Yeah, Masalim, to be honest, to buttress what you just said, there's no way that foreigner will take the hand money to come to any country where you see that the inhabitants of that country are not secure, and the law enforcers are not properly handling the situation with a transparent manner, So he scared people from coming around because at the end of the day, when anything go on wrong with anyone, where they will run to is a law enforcer. That is the front lines judicial system in any country. So the law enforcer. So when they run to the law enforcers, and the law enforcer does not handle the case appropriately, professional work, definitely he's a recipe to what? Disasters of our economy. The government will not be able to employ everybody, to be honest, as you said, Masale. So in the private entities and things then are the major employer in any civilized country. So let government readdress that situation. It's necessary to do so. So maybe on the situation is in your hand. We wait to hear from you.
Yes, Mr. Dollar, and let me say thanks to you and Brother Ali. Happy birthday to those of you who are celebrating birthday today. Yeah, so the president of the Republic of Liberia, His Excellency President Joseph Imumwaka, is in country for, I think, nearly an hour ago now. The president arrived from Nigeria or Owari. Those of you who sometimes you'll be thinking which state the president or maybe was residing. The president was in Orari. Because there are a lot of how you may call People are arresting the how you make up one of the group of people said they but Aliu, Mr. Dollar, which group?
Yeah.
The
Where is
Boko
that?
Haram or what?
Go ahead. Good.
So
I don't want
you talking about the criminal group that in Nigeria?
so
Yeah.
Boko
Yeah.
Haram,
Boko
all the
Haram
kind of
are
group
a
of people that are arresting and that of and taking people illegally. But the person that was in one of these states, the person that was in Orari, maybe IMO, if state in Nigeria where you attended the inauguration or inaugural edition of the IMO State Economics Summit, someone would say, or summit, or how you may call, turn to the fact, but that move on. We got to move on now and talk about some of the happen. Well, Mr. Don, let me ask you quickly because a lot of protests. Mind you, tomorrow will be the day of the homecoming of the Unity Party, or better say the government or the rescue government, and in the telling me this time, the Student Unification Party or SUB, they said that in fact they're going to disrupt, they're going to maybe petition the government headed by President Jordan Iman Bwaka about some of the things that they are faced with. So let me ask you, Mr. Dollar, before going to Brother Ali, what say you with all the happening tomorrow will be political activities, the Unity Party, they'll be going out, they will be celebrating the government, especially the support of the Unity Party, and soup. From UL, they are saying no. For us, we will go down there and disrupt the activities. In fact, we will petition the government that we have the stink bathroom, we have terrible era of environments where our women, our sisters, they can be able to even have that kind of free, maybe interactions where they go, sometimes they hold their nose and so forth. But what's the Mr. Dollar?
Thank you very much. Listen, I don't know what the Unity Party going to celebrate. Maybe they're going to celebrate how they've been handling the government of our country. Maybe they're going to celebrate that because for the 2 years that they've been in power, they have caused a lot of irregularities in our country. More especially, they have not been there to respect the rule of law. They do all kinds of uh, unnecessary provocations, in our country. And so basically, I don't know what they are going to celebrate. They're going to celebrate that they've been looting the country, they've been denigrating the image of our country. That's what they're going to celebrate. I don't know what they're really going to celebrate. So I 100% concur with the soup for them to go, and stop them from that kind of nonsense. Because the matter of fact, here is the higher educational institution we have in the country, which is University of Liberia. It became a place where we call Frumuya today, who you know a pass. What kind of life is that, Mr. Barker? You came always so many education guys to work in the government. And many of these guys then that graduate from that university, they turn their back on it. Even the finance minister who is right now serving our country, he graduated from that university. So what they are really doing, to put that university, because any foreigner or any body coming to visit the educational institution of our country, the first place they would like to visit is University of Liberia. But when you go to University of Liberia, then you have to have a handkerchief to tie on your nose. It's not a best. It's not a good picture. It's not a good repetition for country like Liberia. Liberians, during the 70s, during the 60s, Liberian educational system was more unique and compared to today. I don't know why. Instead of going forward, we are going backward in every aspect of our country. Why? What? So I don't know. I don't know why Unity Party is really going to celebrate. So they need to stop them if there's a possibility. I don't. If I was in Liberia, I could rally around with these guys and the group called themselves Civil Rights Group, they call it STEM. All of them need to join that protest to stop the Unity Party from coming up.
But Mr. Dada, quickly before we transition to Brother Aliu, there are a lot of comments, and someone said they want to celebrate stable university, even though the breakup coming from the Africa coast, what they coming from the Guinea, Hachimeko, they go a trip. Even if you go to LEC website, is there, they will tell you that, oh, due to, for me, when my line is off, because according to them, they said there were some interactions and they broke a trip and their team, the technician working. Sometimes, quickly, or methodology come on. Sometimes when you hear somebody jargons, like for example, you hear broke a trip. Those of you who are listening to us, either by overload, get me right, either by overload, anything here about broker trip, either by overload or by technical issue. That means maybe there was a shock. So by the time that there was shock or there is shock, the broker will trip. But LEC is not telling us that due to broker trip, that's why we are off. But Mr. Dollar, people are not commenting and say, in fact, they want us to celebrate that there is stable in the SLA. What say you?
They say, but, it's a sin for Liberian people to say we're celebrating our electricities. To be honest, you see, we are not the only country that being in civil war. We can name them. We are not the only country that being in civil war. We have read our neighboring country, Sierra Leone. It was in a civil war. Deep one and nasty one. That they were even cutting people's hands off because they didn't want them for people to go and vote. That civil war was very nasty. Look at a place like Rwanda. There was a civil war in Rwanda as well. You see how that country has transformed today. And Rwanda is a landlocked country. You don't have nothing have to do with the SIPO or whatever sea are coming around the country. The country is in the middle of other nations where they have to negotiate with the other country before their goods can pass through to come to them. Look at how they transform their country. How many SIPO we have in Liberia? Because I work with the National Port Authority for some years as one of the senior officers. We have a port in Buchanan where someone can transform that port to become a commercial port. We had a port in Harper. We had a port in Greevy. We have a mini port in Kema. The major port, we had it in Moserado, where I work as one of the directors. So the country is really, really blessed in a way that things can flow all over from all angles into our country to put the country back on her feet. But because of the rampant unnecessary enriching themselves, and people are now having no pity mind for the country, so the country continues to decline every now and then. Every administration, you see. So I can't understand when Ellen King. I could give some credit to Ellen Johnson's administration because once she came.
Thank you, Mr. Dora. We don't want you to end all of your talk, maybe everything. So let's move to Brother Ali. What say you? What are they happening today? You are celebrating your birthday, which sometimes there are a lot of our people that also want to celebrate with you, but most of them they don't have electricity. Most of them they are also complaining that because of the current situation, sometimes you can be on or you be off. And what say you, my dear brother? Happy birthday!
Thank you again, Maybon. To this issue here, like like you started to say, the University of Liberia, we know that place is disgusting. It's in a deplorable condition. And this is something I always say, like when government can they want hold it so they hold it so they hold it so they hold it so. Like when George Weah came, he's made university free and he tried his own the best. But look at the University of Liberia, look at those buildings, just like Sakana building, way 1990 building in the middle of the forest. You can even say no, that the state run university. Even if this government could say, okay, we are going to focus on transforming this university, do something that you will leave a legacy tomorrow. 2 years of the administration, if Joseph Baka was to just get sick today and hand power over to Jeremiah Kun, what are his legacies? What did he do in 2 years that Liberian or his supporters can break about tomorrow? You see, where our sister go in the bathroom, whole day they taking antibiotics. No woman will use the University of Liberia bathroom when they will not go home with infection. See how dirty, disgusting that place is. You see, and today our government came promised the Liberian people to create job for them because Liberia never needed development. They never needed infrastructure. All of those things they criticized when the previous administration were doing it. They said everything the Liberian people, the only thing they needed was job. Where are the jobs? 2 years, 9% of jobs opportunity, which is only for people who were appointed in government. Where are the jobs? And I will always see people talking the moment you talk, they say we have stable electricity. Go and define the word stable. Do you know what stable is? Like here, I go to bed, I wake up current on 24/6. Let you there, maybe you talking about there is no electricity right now. Sometimes we'll be talking to friends and family in Liberia, boom, the whole place gone dark. There will be no electricity to the next day or late day in the evening. Is that why you call stable electricity? When Joseph Barker said the squander opportunity, these were some of the opportunity they squander. We work on the hydro. I work with Andre Hydro from Austria. They dropped you, the intake, the spillway. We the one did all of this work. When we were talking about combining, joining the rivers together so that even when there is dry season, there will be stable electricity. They say, oh, we get mini hydro to Patawi or in Bonkante. We get another hydro in Lofa Kante. They need to, you can't join the river then. And this is why today, during the dry season, we will always face challenges, no matter how you're taking current from Arico or whatsoever. Because you will have to shut down the entire intake. You have to bring all those gates down. They sink into the spillway. And then the water table will have to go up to a certain level. From there, you lift the gate up so that the water will be able to flow in, to turn the turbine, come to the drop tube to produce electricity. For a few hours again, when the water table go down, there will be low electricity. You'll have to bring down all of the gates. And the money that was used for rehabilitation of the Mount Coffee Hydro, it could build a brand new hydro that could serve almost 60 to 70% of the entire country. These are some of the opportunities they squander, and we just did our work already. Even Corway, we passed by Corway and carry the current straight in the city to the executive mansion because they wanted to say, oh yes, it was doing our administration that we brought electricity back to the country. Because if they were to be talking about building a brand new hydro, it was not going to be completed during their second 6 years. These were some of the things. So people will always say, the moment you say, what have this government done? They say stable electricity. Right now, as we're talking, come on, Monserrato. There are places there is no electricity right now. People are in darkness. You see, current will come so now 4 or 5 hours, there is no current, even till the next day. Is that why you call stable? This is, so we need to ask you, Maybon, you in Liberia, do you people have stable electricity? Do you have current that you go home, you come to where you go home 24 say your current is just stable? Do you have it to your house for God or other people? Answer me. You in the country.
Wonderful, wonderful, my dear brother. In fact, you don't know everything. Let me say happy birthday, happy belated, and happy birthday to all of you. But Ali, you said everything because look, what I want to say, when I have 24 hours electricity on that, look, the first thing is that having it that another thing, and how this maybe someone will say this electricity that we are consuming, have some of the electricity, how we get it, or how we get it. Because sometimes people will think that even if you put $5 into your meter, how much kilowatt are you getting? That's another thing. So sometimes you want to insult us, you want to see that maybe we're against. We're not against anybody. And but I just knew everything. Yes, I get a few months ago, because the issue with the power is that the LEC is more concerned about power theft. Let my people here today in Liberia, let them call on the issue and tell me that LEC is now more concerned about power theft. LEC is more concerned about power theft than solving our problem, my brother. Even if you have issues that have to do with your meter, that have to do with your wire, that have to do with your, or any kind of way you want to put it. But LEC people that you see in your community, you have a power theft. Then ask yourself this question: the issue of how do we call? Someone always call about. If I always talk about system audit, see the lifestyle of some of the LEC officers, some of the LEC people who continue to go into some of the communities, see the lifestyle, see how they look like, my brother. They will tell you that this country of ours, it just give position to another people to make another people rich. They will get rich at the detriment of the Liberian people, just because they feel that the power that be way up also getting rich. The power that be also signing construction agreements that are not in the interest of the people, but just because they feel that these powers continue to get rich. So they too, they will make use of the opportunities to get rich. And that's the lifestyle audit. They dare Liberia do lifestyle audits, my brother. There'll be a lot of people that want to see the answer recovery thing and say, look at the money. It's just joking. They are joking. Because if they do lifestyle audit, my brother, the money that they will get, they kind of faint that they will recover. So they say, oh, but then that means the country is corrupt. But just because they want to be political, because they feel that they hate other people, they feel that they want to wage on other people, so they will always want to go after other people. But again, my brother, you're correct. Nothing. Yesterday, we will call until we get tired. Just imagine, Melbourne is paying his bill, but more than 5 persons, 10% or 15% will not pay any bill. But Melbourne will call and get tired. In fact, when LEC call, when Melbourne call, LEC will come and say, oh, now Melbourne call, you have that one, my brother, that moment, anyway, I don't want to talk about the thing. But you're quite correct. That's the society that we live in today. That when you report the happening, the people that even report to, they will tell all the community that in fact, you are the one that report them. You are the one that report them. So they make you look terrible. Where is the security? We don't even have security. So Mr. Dollar, what say you before transition to other different?
Yeah, move on. If we say we must talk about the attitudes of our countries, we're talking from now to tomorrow, from one to another. Because the point of the matter is we have behaviors in our countries. The system is not our friend. We don't respect the system. You see, the people talking about celebrating the LEC. We should not be celebrating LEC. Electricity is in our country. Country 178 years old, for God's sake. Celebrating today for electricity. For it's a sin, to be very frank. We should have been celebrating to say, look here, we got a train traveling from Bomi to Kema. We had a train traveling from Kema, from Kema to Mosurari. We had a train traveling from Lufa to Bom. Nimba to Grangile, Sano, Kipamos, and stop. These are the things that we're supposed to be talking about. Train, attract, making the transport system very easy for people. These are the things that we're supposed to be talking about. We have the train in the city, from Pinsway to Red Light, from Red Light to Congo Town, coming down to Broad Street and stuff and things. These are the things that we're supposed to be celebrating. Electricity, for God's sake. Electricity is a sin. It's a very, very sin on the Liberian people. But I don't blame them. I don't blame them because, you know, if you look at the problem we have in that country, you will not get tired talking about it. But what we need to really do to pray that God brings somebody who have the potentials of transforming our country to a better place. For me, right now, the politician that roaming around in the country that I believe that can able to do that is Alexander B. Kume. But I don't know why the people are start not looking at him to be the rightful person to take over the country. So, but I hope people will change their mind to bring that gentleman.
Well, yeah, thank you, Mr. Tola. Right
now, but let's be realistic. I know, maybe where you coming at, because you know, I'm not saying this. I'm saying it on my clear mind. I'm a different person right now. Let me tell you, I'm not saying it as an ANC, for example. No.
I do, Mr. Tola, but we don't want to say.
But I'm just telling you the problem we have. Those that are able to solve it. Let people know this we got citizens in that country. They got their own children. They got their own fathers in that country that can able to transform the country. They need to heed to it. That's what I'm saying. LEC should not be there.
So yeah, Mr. Dole, hold on.
Yeah.
So Mr. Masale, I think you people have to hold on. You and other Mr. Dole, you all discuss all of the topic of you're talking about. Let's go from 15 minutes of break. We are having some technical issue here into our system. Well, anything will join you after the 15 minutes of break. But Ali, we want you to control and make sure that all is well. We monitor you behind the scene. Thank you so much, Brother Ali. Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, Mr. Dolly was in flight when he landed. Yeah, Mr. Dolly.
Yeah, you know, Ali, let me. I seen so many information in that country where I will talk about one or two, so we can at least discuss it. Number one, they say the representative have summoned 3 of the top government officials in that country, basically for the fire that occurred to. What place? I don't know. Yeah, the fire that
the Capitol building.
No, not Capitol building. I think it's about the fire that take place in Duporo community. The inviting the LEC managing director, the Liberia National Police director, and who else? Let me see. Basically, LEC director, managing police, and fire service. They say they inviting them to do what? These people then they need relevant equipment to battle against this kind of accidents that are happening in our country. The LEC is just like a terror country. LEC, they don't have the prevention equipment to prevent any fire hazards in terms of electricity socket. So they don't have it. Absolutely, they don't have it. The fire survey, for God's sake, they are not equipped to the standard. Where when the fire broke out on anybody's property, forget it. The fire survey will just come and be a spectator to watch to see how the fire will burn a house to ash. So these are the things, these are the countries that we are talking about. I don't know what the law. Lord, I mean, the representatives are someone these people for. The police, for God's sake, when you send the police today, the police are beginning of party policing. You see, the takes are the cherry picking, all this kind of stuff and thing there. So it's very, very scary. I don't know what he's inviting them for. So maybe them will give us some detail on that.
Walker, he will tell us
Yeah.
about what's the reason of that. Well, like you said, Mr. Dolly, Liberia being 178 years old country, we can't be here and be bragging about electricity. We're too old for that. And these are some of the things during the war, people were there destroying everything in the country. And again, just quite recently, we saw the same thing during the campaign period in Lofa County when the clash was between Thomas Fala, Nyomade, and other things. We saw what the Unity Party were doing. All those streets like Thomas Fala planted in Lofa County, they started breaking them down. They see rebel mentality.
Yeah.
People are still carrying it on. In case of any small thing, then they're ready to destroy properties and things. Then from there again, you go back to square one. People have to graduate from this thing. They are not good for the country. You see, like now, Subo, they're talking about going over there to go and disrupt the people program tomorrow, all of these things. And people just have to be careful because first of all, we know we have a government right now that does not have any respect for rule of law. If this government police can go and tear gas people who are physically challenged or disabled people, if this government, their police can go and beat on these people, all of these things, then why much more about people who are not physically challenged, people who are in their sound mind going to disrupt their program? So they just have to be careful with what they are doing tomorrow because they will grab you, they can do anything to you, and this is a lawless government and nothing going to happen. So those of you who are going tomorrow to petition the president or whatsoever, you have to do it in an orderly manner, or else I'm not praying for that. Some of you will go behind bar tomorrow. You're not taking time, you will spend your Christmas there. Because these people, you see, they are doing everything. They say they having or coming home or homecoming. This is my first time to hear political party talking about homecoming. We only hear that about school students and things. But to hear about homecoming or political party, okay, these are the most educated people as they claim to be. And Mr. Dolly, this whole issue of what's happening in the country right now, and to get rid of all this nonsense, the opposition, they have to come together at once. Let the ready sit down, they have conversation, and they see what they can do, who can spearhead them. Instead of everybody spraying here and there, we have Mr. Kumi, we have Mr. Berete, we have Mr. Wia, we have Mr. Gonglo, we have Clarence Moruba, and the list go on. Let all of these people put aside their whatsoever. Let them sit down and have a meeting, maybe 2-3 times, different meeting, and they come with one understanding. And if the opposition can do that, we can even still have a second round election in the country. That's all they need to do. When you say everybody will say, oh, I'm going on my own, I'm going on my own. Then when you're going again at the end of the day, you're coming to go and support one person, this and that, what have you. Like sometimes your mom can say, oh, or the CDC, the Unity Party, these two parties, they are not. And this is why I always say this. The Unity Party served for 12 years, and Liberian people say we need her or change. They brought the CDC, they say, oh, CDC fail, and they brought the same Unity Party back again. So it is now up to the Liberian people to best decide for themselves. So the opposition too, they had to get together and see what to do, what they can really do to unseat this government instead of all having second round election. These are misuse of taxpayer money all the time. And I believe, in my mind, if all the opposition can get together with one wall and then they get to their supporters and things, I don't think we can have second round election in Liberia. How many people say can vote out of the 5 million population? How many people can vote? So that's one of the best things I see instead of these are all misuse of taxpayer money. You see, because these people like what we've been talking here the few time about this bill or cutting down lawmaker salaries and things. These things they are necessary for the country. Like I will always say, like Mr. Cummings, when he said if he were president, he can raise Liberia budget to 1 billion, and the Unity Party had gone, who they take out there, they carry to 1.2. You carry to 1.2. What are the citizens benefiting from the 1.2 billion? Nothing. You see, like Mr. Cummings said, if I carry the budget to 1.2 billion, 1 billion, civil servant will not make less than $300 US. And these were some of the things he was coming to do, cut down all those wasteful spending. When the essence of buying lawmaker card for the $5,000 card 2 times in a year, that's a wasteful spending. And this government, they campaign that the CDC government will carry on wasteful spending. What are they doing today? What have changed? When you say it, it cost your mind. What have changed? The wasteful spending, it has even increased than during the CDC administration. So these were some of the things Mr. Kumi were talking. You will cut down land for the $5,000 car, scratch car, gas allowances, all of this nonsense. You call it off, and you'll be able to put that money into the private sector, agriculture, healthcare, education, and raise civil servant salary up. But you increase your budget to 1.2 billion. There is no salary increment. You put in budget to places that you will go and take from them. Budget manipulation. That's all I see in this whole budget thing. So what's the essence? Like I will always say, you people said yesterday CDC government were facing sour rule. What have you done differently? Have you changed the plan of this rule? You continue with the same thing. Everything you criticized yesterday, and the wasteful spending in this government is even more than the CDC government. Do you expect people will say, oh, Joseph Bakala, man of integrity? The men are keen to rescue Liberian people, or $10 million mansion descended from heaven and got to Lufa County in Foya. 8 to 9 months now, you say you get president of integrity. The government can speak about it. That's why you call integrity. You know why the meaning of integrity? Someone who you say he came to rescue you. See Joseph Bakai today, when Jowia used to wear $1,000 shoe, it will be all on social media. Let Joseph Bakai wearing watch of 95,000. People say the old man will not live flashy life, this and that, and what have you. The men are talk about wasteful spending at your age. What are you doing with all of this luxury? Why is this the rescue? Why have you changed? This is so sad for the country.
Thank you very much, Masale. You see, the point of the matter is, that's why I'm saying we just need to pray that God brings our leaders who will have with strong patriotic mind for the nation, where he will look at all the strategies, unnecessary wasteful spendings to be cut down, and employ them into a proper strategic area where the average citizens of our country will benefit. You see, Liberia, I've been every corner of that country. You see, Liberia, I've been every county in that country, I've been there. I know how the country is down. It's down to nothing. Let me be realistic. We really need somebody who will come and transform that country. It's very easy to provide employment for the citizens. There's a many way to provide employment for the citizens. But because of the weak mind and the corrupt intentions of our leaders, this thing then does not happen. Let me just say, the elementary form of providing means for employment in our country could be 2 things. If a serious government come in to take these brothers and sisters from on the street to make them useful, because if you see the moral justice and all this kind of thing there in that country, because people don't have nothing to do. And secondly, the people don't trust the judicial system. They believe that when they take any case to police, police will compromise it, and or they go to court. The court will compromise the case. There will be no proper justice. That's why the more justice is taking place. Secondly, the citizens are on the street, they roaming around doing nothing. So any little thing happen, all of them want to pull in there and see how best they can just steal something. So these are some of the problems. To curtail such a thing, every any civilized government serious need to cut down some of this wasteful spending that you were just talking about. The exorbitant salaries of the lawmakers and the ministers and stuff and thing and directors and thing. And I heard the managing director will take 15,000 at the end of the month. It's too much, too exorbitant. At the same time, he got all kinds of allowance, squawker, electricity, water, this and that, vehicle, all this stuff. Besides that, he got 15,000 United States dollars. What he doing with it? That's why if you see many of these people that have been holding some of these positions, when you take them from that position, I give you 1 year, see them on their feet, on the street. They're like a crazy person. So, because there's no plan, no future plan. If the civilized government come in, and I believe that Liberian people will think wisely, they have tried CDC and tried Unity Party. Let them come, the awesome. The alternatives one, let them come with the alternatives administration to take over. People that got potentials of creating jobs. One of the best things that you can take, a lot of people, the civil war. Let me tell you something, Basale. You see, the civil war of our country caused serious damage for that country. He gave up, he put us in a situation where we have the shortage of education materials. That is, people are not educated. A lot of people, more especially those that were born during the period of the Civil War up to the democratic periods, many of them never went to school. The education is not there. But there's a place where you can place them and they will be useful for the country. Number one, every city need to be mandated to build something in a strategic area like marketing areas, parking stations, all the strategic area where the crowd will be, build a toilet, government toilet. Prepare a fund, have some of these people to be employed there, to maintain that and get salary from there. One, you see Russia today, people talking about is well equipped. One of the billionaire, he got money through building government toilet. So some city mayor can be instructed to do that. And also employ some of the women and men to clean up the city. Every household should be charged with little bill. At the end of the month, they need to make that provision to these people to pay that money in order to maintain their employee. And the people would like to do it. If they can see that their rubbish can be cleared away, you will pay the money. All this thing there is a strategy to employ. But people sitting down, so say one, so say all. It's very, very nasty, to be realistic. I hope the Liberian people will change their mind and vote for the alternatives administration. And that alternative administration, from my view, should be ANC. Thank you. So, Mabon, you are back?
Yes, indeed. I'm waiting for you people to welcome me after the bulletin. But again, I will
welcome you for that because he's been monitoring.
You're controlling, but I'll leave. Go ahead.
Yeah, welcome. We were just discussing the same issue, like what is happening in the country Like I said, for me, if all the opposition can work together, there is no need of having second round of election in the country. This is what I push for.
Let's move back to that, Brother Ali, because even though happy birthday, and I don't want to stress you up too much, but Mr. Dollar and other Brother Ali, let me start with Brother Ali. Some of these things been around for a very long time. Sometimes when the other government is in power, like for example, the CDC, when the CDC was in power, even though they interacted with the oppositions, they, in fact, they also call the opposition to say, come, let's work together for the common good of our country. But at the end of the day, probably have to play. But all these things, like when we say, this is just normal thing. Sometimes, like when we, in fact, the politician will say these things just to get vote from the Liberian people. But what say you, Aliu? Then we go to Mr. Dollar that the people have to come together. They have to put all of their maybe I may call together. What say you?
Maybe you see this opposition unity or opposition coming together. Some people they are somehow disenchanted or disappointed when they align with other political parties, or at the end of the day, or how they were treated. This is why I say opposition leaders should have a series of meetings before coming together, that they should have some bylaws that will be put into document, yes, that everybody will be able to sign, so that tomorrow you have to leave. Even though there are some people, I always say they don't care about their character and their integrity, and these are things that haunt you tomorrow. But opposition unity should be something that when they say they have meetings and things, they should be able to come with bylaws and things, some agreement that, oh yes, we are coming together as one, and this is our plan, this is our agenda, and everybody should be able to sign to it, that when you come to power, nobody should be coming after you. You should know that it's almost like an organization or whatsoever, like a constitution, that when you take oath, you have to abide by the constitution. You see, for me, because most people they are like, no, I cannot align with anybody because I joined the CDC or I joined the Unity Party or I joined the ASC, this and that. At the end of the day, this happened, that happened. So this is time that they all had to come together to try to see how they can settle their differences. Things do happen, and then they can see how they can move forward, come
Right.
with bylaws and things to have a better and stronger opposition unity, and for them to move forward together to remove this government just one term election, and then they should be able to fulfill those promises and go by those bylaws and whatsoever agreement they came up with, whosoever will be the head and whatsoever. You see, so that
Wonderful. Thank
character
you.
and your integrity matters most in everything you do.
Great. Thank you, Brother Aliu. I know from when you speak, because you are also talking about the common good of our society or better state of our country. But Mr. Dollar, you listen to Brother Aliu and
Yeah,
he talk about the
yeah,
unity. I come in, Brother Aliu, Mr. Dollar, quick, 30 seconds. He talk about the common good of our society and all of the things, the holding and pulling, because mind you, someone will say, well, maybe the ruling party is now maybe putting all of the gadgets together, they putting their system together, they putting, all of their, activity together in making sure that the balance for the 2029 elections. Because no one have to tell you that the ruling party is not campaigning. From all indications, whether you like it or not, don't hold me responsible or don't say, oh, that maybe say no, no. But even if you look on some of the supporter of the government, if you look on their shirts or some of their maybe their clothes that they having on, some of the maybe inscriptions or some of the things that are written on their shirts, you will see there no vacancy 229 GMB and JKK. Mr. Dole, where are we heading to? Are we already into campaigning period? Should we now start to campaign or what? What say you?
All right. Thank you very much. First place, what Bros Masali just said, uh, you said that the opposition unities, we have tested that before, and CPP puts a lot of necessary framework document together. When the appropriate account to be implemented, there was a key. That led to the destruction of the CPP. But I want you to understand one thing. The election law of our country does not force no political parties to stick to another one. So once they can put all the good framework document together, one time to implement it is not in their interest, in someone's interest, in one other political party interest. He will see her telling the rest of the people that I'm walking away. And after knowing the secrets, the technique, how they're going to operate, then they will disintegrate that unity. That is the country that you and I are talking about today. So the best thing that we really need to focus on, and a fewer political party, including whoever's running institution called political parties, need to revisit this kind of clause in the election law from the election commission to say that when you people agree to any communication, you bring it to the election commission, it shall be adopted and signed. You should stick to it. Anybody deviating from there, he can be disqualified. When this thing then is done, I think it will help us to cement the unity. Until then, forget about all this kind of strategy, all this kind of good statement. Zero, Mr. Aliyu. Let me tell you.
But Mr. Dollar, quickly before I go back to Brother Aliyu, why say you were someone the propaganda? Because mind you, people are coming, Mr. Dollar. People don't care about the real thing. For example, they don't care about your character. They just want to damage you, get up there, win elections, and at the end of the day, become maybe president, the lawmaker, the senator, and so forth. Because the reason I'm saying this is that for us here back home, we don't easily research characters, or we don't easily research some of the happening to know as to what are some of the things that have been said by these propagandists, whether they are true or not. We don't care. All we know, when, for example, if there's a news that Mr. Dollar is bad, maybe the entire team will take that news and say Mr. Dollar is bad, or Brother Ali is bad, or Monk, or Mr. Khan is bad. But at the end of the day, when they repose, then we will be quiet and say, oh, but we'll allow only men. But I move back, Mr. Dollar.
Yeah. Let me.
What kind of politics are we running in our society?
Yeah.
Are we running a politics to destroy our society, or we should recalibrate? Where are you, Mr. Dollar?
Yeah, let me bring something to you guys' attention here. First of all, we need to revisit the election law of our country, the constitutions, the organic law that's binding on everybody, more especially the clause that have to deal with the election law, the election procedure is in there. The entire paragraphs within that constitution that have to do with the elections rule of law and thing then is fiasco. The election commission, they are not vetted the people character. In the country where some of us is, in America, before you stand to put your finger out that you want to run for any representative position or any elected position, first of all, they will start checking your character from the time you were going to school. From the time you were a teenager going to school up to up to the time that you put your hand up that you want to run. Any information they get on you very much inappropriate, the election commission will disqualify you. That is not happening in our country. That is number one. The election people, the political leaders and things, or the political, but you will not do it because.
So are you saying that we have the kind of electoral process that is fraud, or that that is not capable, or people do with a lot of things? Because what you are saying, your statement also, because that also brings back the memory of 2023 when Liberians went to Ghana to talk about the peace accord and so forth, and come back and set all of the system. So are you saying that the process is not free, fair, and transparent?
I'm telling you, the electoral law of our country is fiasco. I am telling you, I challenge the election commission to deny me or to challenge what I'm just saying.
Okay, wonderful. Mr. Dollar, hold on. Let me go to Brother Ali. Brother Ali, what say you? Well, if Mr. Dollar will come back to you, but let's go to Mr. Dollar. And Brother Ali, what say you?
About the election laws in the country? Like, I will somewhat agree with Mr. Dollar, like what he said, that the election commission, they are not looking at people character. But for me, I'm looking at this whole issue. The election commission, the people, they are there. When you go, you say you want to register your political party or whatsoever. When you meet up with the criteria, and then you go and carry on your registration.
Point of information, Aliyu. Point of information. Where is the criteria you're asking people for?
Yes.
The criteria.
I will be by shortly. All right.
Wonderful. Yeah. So, Mr. Dollar, let me add up to that. Mr. Dollar, let me ask you, sorry, I'm not asking, but let me add up to what maybe the questions I will ask. So some of the criteria have to do with your residential clause as to how long you've been in that district, for example, or in a community, because these are some of the things. Those of you who are listening to us, if you don't know the residential class, now today on, say, Truth FM, Sktv show, our listening and how maybe talking about the residential class, go and check if you haven't yet resided in that community for the past 5 years or 4 years or 3 years, then have yourself to be blamed. So Mr. Dollar, one residential clause, and I think that's a major one, residential clause. Then I think your interaction with the citizen now, that is the campaign period now, which of course that will also give room for the people to vote for you. If not, they will vote against you. So as far as I'm concerned, the first thing is your qualification. Be able to be of that citizen of that district, of that community. And if you are, then the people vote for you. But go ahead.
Thank you. Let me tell you something. Basically, the one that the first one you just said, that is a residential qualification. You have to reside in an area for a number of years. That is it. But I think that is sufficient to vet this a good character person to go into the responsible position to manage the affair of a nation. No. You see what happened with this year? They don't make things very, very. They don't value people character. They don't, they got some pedophile that come up and stand today. He say, look here, I want to be senator. I want to be representative. Because the person be living in that place there for 5 years, 10 years, we say, yeah, okay, you qualify. Or you accumulate certain number of signature. He said, yeah, the man is qualified because he got a number of people that petition him to say, yeah, he should run to represent them or whatever. These are weak criteria. Very, very weak. Number one, if we serious, we the Liberian serious, the Liberian electoral session of our country serious. First of all, any Kennedy coming to leadership, we are not talking about the educational background. You have to be a doctor degree or no. No, that's not the point. The point of the matter should be this person who coming to serve as a law maker for our country or the president of our nation. What have he done with his own personal life?
Let's move to the lawmaker.
And get the
I want us to get.
Or that person have been cheating people, he been stealing people money, or he been lying from one end to another. He been pedophiling, all this kind of thing there. They are not checking all these things there. These are a bunch of criminals that are coming from nowhere around to, just wear coat shoe and with tie and come and stand. They got free kappa in their pocket. You say, I want to run. So, and they allow them to run. When they don't make any good decision for the citizen. Then at the same time, we cry every day. The thing is supposed to start from the election commission, qualify or disqualify these people. They are not doing it. If the political party is presenting their candidate to the election commission, they should come up with a clear record, police clearing on them. All this kind of thing there, and the police clearance should not be compromised. All this kind of thing there. But it's not happening in our country, Melbourne. At the end of the day, we will continue to take one old criminal from in power and bring another old criminal into power.
Yeah. So quickly before Brother Ali come on, Mr. Dollar, you're quite correct. So the qualification, because I have seen most of our people, they are a little bit confused. The first thing is you should be a Liberian. That's the qualification to listen and follow. And let me say this to Mr. Dollar. Thank God I bring some of the thing out. The reason why the Constitution, maybe our people who put in some of these things, the reason why they place in some of these things is that because there are so many things, that happen or that go on behind the scene. So let's assume that they say that the first thing is that to be a lawmaker in Liberia or a legislator in Liberia, you must be a Liberian citizen by birth, meet age requirements, 25 for House and 30 for Senate, have lived in your district or county for at least 1 year before elections, and be a taxpayer. So that move on, Mr. Dollar. The reason why some of these things I've been talking about is that because people before then, Mr. Dollar, there was no opportunity that was given to people. Like for example, Mr. Dollar, you got to be buried certain name before people will give you scholarship. I hope our people are listening tonight. And I hope our people are following the show tonight. Because if you are not being given that scholarship or that opportunity to serve or to go to school, Mr. Dollar, you will not get the education. But today, by the grace of God, people are not going to school, whether they have the name is Yabawulo, any kind of name they bear, or any kind of name they carry today, whether the name is Sidiki or Pelete, no one cares anymore. The only thing is that go to school. But by then, Mr. Dollar and Brother Aliu, you got to bear certain name so that you'll be given the opportunity to learn. That's why the Constitution is saying that no, if we sit here and allow people to bear certain name just to have scholarship, just to have maybe, or just to go to school, no. So let people be the ages. Let's talk about the ages. Let Melbourne have the age and Melbourne have the heart for his people in the district. Maybe can perform 100%. Maybe not have PhD, but let maybe perform or let maybe love his people.
Yeah,
Let
maybe
represent
I'm not cutting you off. Let me make some criticism of that statement that you just made. Education is not the only is not a criteria to say you have to.
No, good. I agree with you.
Yeah.
But
The education is not a criteria, but the character should be considered strongly to bring somebody good into leadership. Repetition need to be very. You understand what I'm saying? You don't have to know book to be a representative.
But we are not no longer talking about some of these things. Like for example, if you into the OCC party, was all our party not no book? Most of the people in our party, in fact, they're not educated. So we are not talking about how we judge people on the basis of how well they think, or in fact, how well are they educated. Instead of all looking at the political party and say, yes, their party, even though maybe Mr. Dole now really going to the issues, he attacking personality, will not say that, will say Mr. Dole is not educated.
Yeah. Point of information here, Mabon and Mr. Masale. The PhD holder in Liberia even more than the entire population of Gambia. But what they really doing for the country? You know what I'm saying? PhD is not the issue here I'm talking about. When we want to have good people in our House of Representatives, because these are the people that make decisions, sound decisions for the nation to benefit the citizens of our country. There must be people with clear character. Repetitions must be vetted properly. Who can supposed to do that and have the gavel to qualify or disqualify someone is the election commission. And this thing is not stated in our election law. The election law says somebody must live in social place. He must obtain certain signature. You know, he must be a citizen or naturalized citizens of our country. All this kind of thing there. That's not all to it. Character, repetition, what the person have done.
Then I mean, what you are saying, then I mean you are talking about the electoral process. Okay, good. So if you want us to talk about the electoral process, then there are so many bureaucracy, there are so many things that are happening into our process that for some of us that we don't even like. Let me be frank. Even to allow 22 candidates, 30 candidates, or even 24 candidates into our electoral process, it's a fraud. Some of us will say this thing tonight on the radio. It's a fraud. Because then when you go back, they will say, oh, maybe, you know, the people, they got to make money. When? Which money? If the government of Liberia is giving 94 million, 90 million, 80 million now for electoral process, somebody paying, for example, somebody paying $1,000 just for registration. You talk about money? What kind of money is that? It's not money, but it's fraud. But anyway, Mr. Dollar, not yet from Brother Ali, they will go to the line quickly. Brother Ali,
Mabon, sorry, it's snowing. I ran out there to go cover my car. Yeah, before I get ready to go, and then the whole something I had to go work again. Yes, or like I was saying, I somehow agree with Mr. Dolly when he was talking about the National Election Commission and those people when it comes to the criteria you were talking about. And like I said, those people coming to register, I think they are criteria set, and he was asking me what are those criteria. And the reason why I said they are criteria set, or I don't work with National Election Commissioner, but I believe that there are criteria set. If somebody want to register to be your representative, to be your senator, they have to meet up with those criteria. So if they don't meet up with them, you can have them to register to run as representative or senators.
No,
so the problem, as he said, the problem for National Election Commission, that's why I said, yes, I somehow agree with him, because if those people, they can meet up with the criteria, why should you allow them to register? You see, you had to go after their character and thing because character matters most. This one of the thing I always tell people: your integrity, your character is always on the line, whatsoever you are doing. Because tomorrow, you don't know. I will say, oh, I want to be representative. Then people they start to dig up. Oh, they Ali Masale man, this Ali Masale man, le Mabo man, oh, le old man, this or dolly. We have to be very careful in what we do. Character matters most. So if the National Electoral Commission know their criteria set that people have to meet up with those criteria before you can register to be a representative and senator, and they can downplay this criteria, and just because they want to accept the money, they say go out there when the people elect you, then they are also the cause of what is happening in the country. Yes, I will also blame them for that because they are not doing any background check, character checking, all of those things, but all because they say $5,000 or $10,000 to register, and I get my 5,000 or 10,000. They care less to know about my character, what I have been doing out there. And if I enter the House as representative or senator with this kind of tinted character, how will it be looking to the image of the country or even the district I'm going to represent and the people there? So I also agree with Mr. Doty. That's very important. Yes. And this is why today you see we get all kind of gangsters and hooligans, according to Mr. Obwaka, in the house there. And they are just there carrying on lawless behavior because some of them they didn't meet up with those criteria. There were no proper background check done on their character and thing. And National Election Commission, they accepted the money, registered them, and today all of these things will carry the country backward. It's very
wonderful. Thank you, my dear brother. So let's go to the line to interact with our people. Thank you, Brother Masale and other Mr. Dole. Now is the time that we interact with our people. Keep the calls coming. The 07702032125. Brother David King, good evening.
Good evening, my brother.
Yes.
Let me say good evening to the rest of the family. Yeah, you see, my brother, I think what Elon trying to go for, Elon trying to use the same mentality that he used in 2019. You know, the 5,000 thing that just can't be big. They don't say you're going to give money around 5,000. They don't also say you're going to make sure legislators were going to make 5,000 out of take home pay. Contrary to Liberia, it is good for anybody who serving the people to make 5,000. You can survive on a 5,000 in this country with some change will be left for to save. But since the Lord went over there in 2019 and 2020, the Lord had never made full his promises to the Liberian people. Because the Lord know that election time is drawing nearer. He know that this time Liberians will be asking him when he goes to the various community to campaign again. Will be asking him about some of the promises that he did in Liberian people. So now he trying to pretend because he got people in places that he get money from. So it will not take away anything from him. Remember, the Lord God, they Unity Party-led government, all of the guys in the legislature, they got people in various land ministry and agency. So if people that they send there at the end of every month, they get money for the people like they let a print boy, they let a direct the law, just money. All those people, Nyobi Kanga.
All right. All right. Thank you, David King. Today's caller, good evening.
Yeah, good evening, Mabel. I'm Avi Johnson, currently calling on to go to show number 4. You see, the people, they are up running campaigns. So no need to ask if the people running campaign or not.
That's the question. Thank you, my brother.
All the laws. The president is sitting there, the chief justice is sitting there. The Senate temporary we say how was not on that Joseph. He was saying that he never proceeded really, but she sits there and the president is violating the Liberian Constitution every day. Then the usually officials do, they are all violating the Liberian Constitution. Because they see within their mind like now they thinking that's a small narrow mind. Because you get it in a political process, the people be there. So they're only fighting now to run campaign before campaign. Because if you're doing things for the Liberian people, You're not the
So that means tomorrow they are running campaign before campaign. Is that what you are saying?
Campaign. See the government official, they are using government vehicles.
And in fact, I'm even getting some unconfirmed report that there are a lot of people will be there tomorrow from various churches and so forth.
That thing that they pay the people to come, but they're not coming there waiting there. They use state resources to pay people to come for rally. In my community, as I speak, the rally people $20 for the t-shirt. You pay to get $20 to get you the t-shirt and go for the program. The rally people, they use it for me to tell people things. To rally people to go for the rally.
All right, thank you, my dear brother. They are paying people. So let's call up quickly. Sorry, though, you can move away from your monitor. Keep a cost coming 0770-203125. That's the number for you to call in this evening. So let's call up quickly.
Hello.
Hello, my brother.
Hello.
Hello, your name and from where, Jones?
I'm calling you from Ria community.
Okay, what's your name, Chief?
And my name is Chief Wakunyuri.
Okay, go ahead.
I hear someone talking about, well, your family is talking about citizen Adika, police parent, for police that will qualify people to go and register as a candidate during election with the election commission. But one of these things, as you can see in our country, as I'm saying now here now, if I want police parent to I can get it. Once I have my money, I can get it. So this country is just a kind of a country that we can hardly understand. Everything here is just being corrupt.
Okay.
So even if you want position tomorrow and you have money, you can get it.
Oh.
You come in the community.
So that means you got to pay for position. Is that what you are saying?
Vote for you. So the matter of certain criteria with election commission can receive money directly to how the people pass through the process. So there's nothing strange for us in this country that we do not know.
Wow. All right. Thank you so much. To this caller, good evening.
Yeah, good evening, neighbor, and your co-host in the diaspora.
Go on, brother.
Yeah, and Peter David comes to call for honor to speak like Lower John David. Thank you for the fascinating discussion. You know, neighbor, this is the most conservative government that ever existed in Liberia.
How? When the people are celebrating, in fact, they'll be celebrating on tomorrow.
Where in the world, a ruling party will be competing with the opposition when it comes to construction of the party headquarters.
Was there something wrong with that? Is there anything wrong with that?
Yes, we have serious everybody are using state resources to campaign. You see, more Ali, these are the people that misleading Joseph Imam Waka. And we can get the companies on and on. Any kind of thing to do, they are going to be voted out of power. Because they came on a matter of rescue. They have divided the entire rescue mission into construction of party headquarters, where the 15 political parties, the 15 political subdivision of Liberia do not have schools. They are constructing party headquarters, while the masters continue to live in the gap of poverty and destitution. If these guys are very much insensitive to the plight of the Liberian people, that's complete weakness. How are you and a people learning from CDC? So that's why I mean, we just call them rescue tabula rasa. I mean, they not got nothing in their mind. It is CDC that is educating us. They want CDC to follow. And that's completely shameless on the part of Joseph Imam Waka, who told the Liberian people that you have 42 years experience.
Thank you. Thank you so much, my dear brother. To this caller, good evening. It's not easy to match. Good evening, Liberia will be celebrating on tomorrow the ruling government or the rescue government, what they call the homecoming of the United Party at the Congo Town Belt on tomorrow. What say you? All of the training national issues happening, the frustration, the holding and pulling. What say you?
They have teachers now. If you have a brother to the man, I live in the house there. You know, this night, one of the guys, lay
That topic will come out maybe hopefully on Monday by the grace of God.
When it comes to the issue of party headquarters, Lord, our one instructor says that we left government, whatever party will go to leadership. But when you get to leadership, you are your property. You are now leader for the country, not for a party. But that is just a clear, sound that same Joseph Wada gives power, he gives the road for Palestine share. So instead of doing the work of the Liberian people, instead of focusing on Brian Butter or Rem and Soup, that is giving the Liberian hat down, for which when you generate your motherful out there, Liberian are crying for hunger, Liberian are crying for pure, they are dying with pure diseases, Liberian are crying for hardship, no job all over the place. So that one guy and Jackson are united not to focus on that. All they are focusing on today is they want to pay money on products, they're going back home, they want to break ground. Although in the past they said to wear parents, teacher parents, and parade in the street was wrong, to wear parents in data and being as a government official was wrong, but today, the wrong of yesterday has become right today. Because what? Six couples are they giving to looters, six couples are they giving to gangsters. So the rest of gangster money down. So they are just using the state money any kind of way they feel like using it.
Wonderful. Thank you, my dear brother. Poor yesterday, rich today. Today's scholar, good evening. Yeah, my brother, go ahead.
Yeah, good evening to your panelists.
Yeah, go ahead quickly. Your name and from where you join us.
Yeah, this is Joseph Fire. I call you from PJ to be specific, along the Somalia Drive.
Yeah, quickly go ahead, my brother. 1 minute. We gotta go.
Yes, sorry. We keep discussing this thing about this government. Those people came by way of deception.
Okay.
And they continue to mislead us. We the commoners, we have no voice. All of the voices I heard from just up there. And what they say there is what is for everybody. I heard one of the ministers this evening on one of the local stations here saying that in fact we got water running, we got electricity, education is, everything is normal for us in the country.
Well, my line is off. My line is off due to what they call, they say, I don't know what they trip, but again, we say managing. But go ahead.
I can tell you now the whole of PG, there's no current here.
Exactly. My line is off.
For where I said we are in darkness. So those guys came by deception and they continue to, deceive us by way of just their way of talking. The journalists and other people question even about the $1 million project that going on in Lofa. He talk about where when the appropriate time reaches, then we will tell. But are you not accountable to the masses that put you in power? So can you imagine we continue to suffer at the hands of those guys? And as we are praying to God, the 2029 is coming and they are going to all account for what they are doing.
Thank you, my dear brother. We gotta go. Mr. Dara, it's just interesting. Poor yesterday, rich today. We gotta go, man. We have how many more minutes? We have 4 more minutes to go. Poor yesterday, rich today. God. My line is off. Let me tell some of you. Before Mr. Dara come, Mr. Dara, quickly. My line is off. And according to NEC press release, they said the land that supplies some of us is trip. That means the broker trip. The same way your broker can trip to your house. Now how they say how the land trip. Well, Mr. Dara, go ahead. What say you gotta go? No time. I'm off and so forth.
Yeah, the reason. Let me just throw light on some of these color statement. To be realistic, people are angry, but they are not performing. That is the thing that I can't get over it. The power of our nation is largely in the hands of the citizens of the country. Every person that just called, all of them are angry the way the performance is going. But when the time for them to act reach, you will see them doing different things. So I don't know. We will only identify the problems that are going on in the countries and talk about it, but to implement and change the dynamics of the problem is lies in the hand of the citizens that have the right to vote. So if they don't vote for a rightful person, the country will continue to remain in this manner. Liberia right now need someone to call manager. We need managers that will be able to manage the affair of our nation. We need good managers who have the skill, providing job, looking after the employees, they look after their citizens to see how best their life can be protected. These are the kind of person we need right now in the leadership. We don't need politicians who have the shoot more that coming up, we will get go, we will do this, we will do that, when they don't even have this, the potential knowledge to do what you're talking. When you ask them, okay, what you just said, that you're going to do it, how you're going to do it, they won't be able to explain to you. So it leave with the Liberian people to take their decision, to at least to look for the alternatives route and go there. Because CDC, Unity Party have been tested. So we found out that they've been wasting the country time. Liberia need to go forward. Let the Liberian people look at the alternatives one, good manager to take care of our nation. That's what I can say here. Thank you very much.
So quickly, Brother Ali, what say you? We gotta go. So much time.
Thanks to all the callers for taking their time to participate on the show. At least that's encouraged us as well. Again, thanks to everybody for all the prayer, all the birthday wishes and things. Liberia don't need a leader that coming to give us promises. The promises are enough for us. We need somebody who is innovative, somebody who is developmental oriented, somebody who is transformative, that able to transform our country. 2029, make a better decision. CDC, we were there, Unity Party been there, and they are still there. 2029, and you say you want Unity Party, thank God for you. If you want CDC back, then we will come back. As always say, we are coming to vote from the diaspora. We are 1%. You people make up the huge majority of the voters. So it's up to you to decide 2029 what you want. You know what good for you.
Wonderful.
So we can see tomorrow. God bless America. God bless Liberia. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Dollar. Thank you so much for you and all of you. We gotta go home. No much time. Thank you all of our followers, our viewers. We gotta go. Thank you so much, Mr. Dollar. Another thing, quickly tell us second.
Basically, I have nothing much to say, and I only say that the election commission law need to be revisited and transform the system. Make sure that to focus on the characters of all the candidates and what they have been doing with their life, private life before they come in to take over the country need to be known. So that's all I can say. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Brother. Thank you, Brother Aliu, and thank you to all of our viewers, our followers, our callers. Thank you to all of you. Good night. We see you on tomorrow by the grace of the Almighty God. I'm Johnson Cooler. Good night to all of you people.
There are things we can do. We bring in good news and we give it to you. We touch it for podcast and connecting people and culture from here and up out of the globe. Qualified people who willing to serve. The blessing that time and the effort are rest. The process of giving us here, the promise of there. The work of my life without fear.
I lyrical health.
Master.
Clever is who I make on you. I can't ask it if you been you. Say my journey, Tina can I say my jamo. And yes, I know money. And more I go. And you love
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa. Sktv, the best in Mama Liberia. Must hold by the lofa and grandmother.
Ena Guinea ya tumale, ena Salia ya tumale, ena Conakry ya tumale, ena Cote d'Ivoire ya tumale, ena Guinea ya tumale, ena Salia ya tumale, ena Conakry ya tumale, ena Cote d'Ivoire ya tumale, ena Nigeria ya tumale. Sktv, and I don't forget it now. Cause you walk on my at the woman. Yeah.
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa. Sktv, the best in Mama Liberia. Must survive the local and grand bazaar.
There are things we can do. We bring in good news and we give it to you. We talking for podcasts and connecting people and culture from here and out part of the globe. Qualified people who waiting to sell. The flesh, the time, and the efforts are red. The broadcast we giving are real and the premise my best. To work with my life without fear. From Grandfather Nima to Lufa, from Riverside to Raji to Chide, from Grand Crew, Bombing, Cape Mount, Montserrat, to San to Backwater, from Maryland, Bonk to the Mikey B. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB.
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa.